I think Will Smith reached his limit with his family getting clowned, and then he just blew his top, right? It was just one joke too many, and that happens with a lot of people. That happens with a lot of human beings. You hanging in there. Will Smith is fully aware that he signed up for this, as they say, Sabrina, right? Yeah. You know what you sign up for when you become a celebrity, when you become the biggest actor on the planet. You signed up for this, right? You put your business out there. You signed up for the jokes, right?
You're no longer human.
You're no longer human. You signed up for this.
This is what you wanted.
This is what you wanted. You wanted to go on the red table talk and talk about stuff. This is what you wanted. Now the jokes are coming, right? Cool. They've been taking the jokes on the chin. They've been getting clowned left and right, day in, day out, right? Will Smith been getting clowned. But there's always a breaking point if you are a human being. Just because you're a multimillionaire doesn't mean you're negated of human emotion, human temperament, right? It'd be like one joke, 2 minutes, sets you off. The joke was weak. It was a weak joke. G.I. Jane 2?
Let me tell you about that joke.
Weak joke.
We wouldn't even remember that joke without the fucking slap.
Right.
We would not remember that joke without the slap.
The slap put the button on the joke. But let's get back to the racial element. Dude in my Twitter right now trying to say he only slapped Chris Rock because he's black. First of all, Chris Rock, one of the biggest comedians in the world. He's not just some black dude. He is also one of the biggest comedians in the world, right? Who clowns Will Smith and his family the most? Black people or white people? Answer honestly. Who makes the most jokes about Will Smith and his family? Black people or white people? Who makes the most jokes about Will Smith and his family? So we all know black people clown the shit out of Will Smith and his family day in, day out. Whatever they do, they coming in clowning him and his family, his wife, his kids. They all get clowned by black people day in, day out. You gonna blow your top. Another black face clowning your wife. A button is gonna hit sooner or later. A switch is gonna snap loose. And here we are with the slap. I don't think it's a race thing. It was just like, oh, here's another joke. You know what? I ain't taking this no more. Boom. So you can't sit there and say, oh, he just slapped Chris Rock because he was black. When you get clowned by the black community every day of your goddamn life, guess what? The first person slapped is probably going to be black. That's the last straw. Enough is enough. He probably regrets it. But hey, you're human at the end of the day, man. Shit ain't funny all the time. He tried to laugh it off. He tried to be professional, but he looked at Jada's response to the joke and he was just like, you know what? I'm sick of this. Sick of this. So that walk up to the podium, that walk up to Chris Rock was a build-up of constant years of getting clowned. People clown them for their lifestyle. People clown them for how transparent they are. People clown them for everything that they fucking do. So he's just like, you know what? That slap was therapeutic for Will Smith. He may regret it. He may feel like it was a mistake. But I guarantee you that was therapeutic for him. At some level, he got some therapeutic satisfaction from that. The flip side, though, more jokes are coming. That's the ironic part. More jokes are coming. Stuff is going to get to you. What's up, Cleo? Stuff is going to get to you eventually. Stop taking away the humanity of celebrities, of people that are rich and famous. Just because they're rich and famous, stop taking their humanity away from them and expect them not to make a mistake, not to blow up, not to go off. It's just unrealistic. Like if you couldn't handle it yourself, why you expect other people to handle it? But more jokes are coming. Oh, more jokes are coming, but I guarantee you, Will Smith got some therapeutic satisfaction out of that. Trust and believe. He been waiting. Will Smith been waiting to slap somebody. Will Smith has been waiting to slap somebody. And people been on Instagram like, I'm unfollowing him now. I'm unfollowing him. It's just a bad look. Why? Why you unfollowing him? Because he got tired of people clowning his family? You unfollowing him for that? What if The Rock said it? What you can what if all day? You can what if all day long. What if The Rock said it? What if LeBron said it? What if Kimbo Slice said it? What if Floyd Mayweather said it? We don't know. He slapped Chris Rock. Ain't no what ifs. Ain't no shoulda, woulda, couldas. What if Louis C.K. said it? What if Bill Burr? We don't know. Chris Rock said it. Chris Rock got slapped. We don't know what he would have done to The Rock or Kevin Hart or Jesus or Zeus. We don't know. But what we do know is he reached a breaking point. What if it happened to you? I don't know. Somebody asked me that in the Twitter. It was like, Tony, what would you have done if he slapped you? I don't know. I can sit here and be tough and be like, oh, we've been fighting on stage at the Oscars. Dress shoes, sliding around. I'd have did this. I'd have did that. And I'd have came and I'd have dipped down and then gave him a hook to the ribs and then come in the over the top and then the overhand right. All in the dress shoes. Then I would have took my dress shoe off and chased him. I don't know. I might have just did what Chris Rock did. I don't know. I might have tried to go back into my little speech and then ran off the stage and dove on Will. I don't know. I can't answer that. One thing that I've discovered, and I hate to bring this up, but one thing that I've discovered in losing a child is that I don't know what I would do in any situation until it happens. I surprise myself every year with how I react to stuff. So it's just like, I don't know. So I don't know what I would have did if I was Chris. Chris handled it he was professional.
Man.
He was very professional.
Man.
And here's the thing. Chris Rock is not a loser in this because he is a comedian. This just gave him more material. Comedians are hard to kill. He gonna get some great material out of this. And Will Smith is gonna be fine. Where security you don't need security at the Oscars. They're not expecting a nominated actor to slap the host. That's just something the security detail is not on edge for. They be like, hey, you better keep an eye on Denzel. He gonna slap Judi Dench. That's just not something the security team is prepared for.
Hey, man, it could be the other way around. Judi Dench.
Hey, you better watch. He just ain't ready for this. I don't know I don't know what I would have done. I don't know what I would do in any given moment at any time. I just don't know anymore. That's what I've discovered in life lately. I don't know. I surprise myself all the time out here. I could have been professional. I could have dove. I could have slid. I could have flopped. I don't know.
Only thing I know is that, hold the fuck up. That's definitely coming out of my mouth. Hold the fuck up. Hold up.
Man.
And then that's it. That's probably all that would come out of my mouth.
Gotta be ready for it now, man. The security gotta be ready at all times now.
Oh man, security they gotta ask for a raise at this point.
Now, I haven't talked to Kev about it. I was just asking him, like, what's going on over there? Did you see it? But he will just reach his breaking point. And for me, I respect Will Smith even more now.
Me too.
I hate that it's at the expense of Chris Rock's face, but I respect now Will Smith to me. We look at Will Smith, he's always talking about, he talks like a therapist. But I like to see my therapists as human beings also. I like to see that they can fall by the wayside too and work on themselves and stuff like that. So I got even more respect for Will Smith. And he's defending his wife. How can you be mad at that? And then people be in my comments like, oh man, the entanglements. He stayed with her.
Damn.
We all know 87,000 women that have stayed with cheating men.
Period.
Each of us know 87,000 women that have stayed with cheating men. You got one dude out here that's honestly, his wife did some extra shit on the side that Will Smith already knew about. He already knew about the situation. We just found out. So, he already knew about this.
And also they have an understanding that he was seeing other people too, so it's like, why is she the only one getting it?
Exactly.
It's just because the person that she got with had allowed us now.
That's who blew it up?
That's
August.
Because none of his women blew it up. So that's why we don't come for Will, but August
Is fat mouth.
childish. You knew what it was, August. Shut the fuck up.
Shut your ass up, August. You acting real July-ish. So, and stop judging their relationship. Every relationship is different. Every relationship is a fingerprint. Just because it's something you won't take, that's why you're not in the relationship. You just on the outside looking in. Relationships don't all look the same. They don't follow the same rules as what you might see your own relationship in. So I'll be like, well, I wouldn't have did it. I wouldn't have did it. Man, shut up. Shut your ass up. Shut your ass up, man. Why did it couldn't be me? It ain't you. That's why it couldn't be you, because it ain't you.
For backup after you're done.
Thank you. Appreciate that. I can tell you this. I know it. One thing I do know about myself strongly is that if I was August, I wouldn't have said a goddamn word. I would have took that to my grave publicly. If I was August, you would have never known I got with Jada.
Now, as Lupita, when things calm down, do you lean over and be like, you good?
Oh, I'd have definitely been like, you good, Will?
I feel like I would.
You good? Because Lupita was right there on the front line.
Lupita was, man, she almost got slapped.
Lupita was on the front line and right behind Will. Like,
Nigga, do you be like,
I'd be like, you good? I'd have definitely leaned in. Hand on the shoulder.
yeah,
You good, Will?
right.
You good?
She speaks mad languages. She could ask it in so many. Está bueno. Tú está bueno. Okay. She Mexican.
And I think he speaks Spanish too.
Oh, yeah.
So I want to know what, because I know Chris Rock is going to get a lot of funny out of this. I'm just looking forward to what he got to say.
Papa.
Comedians are now at risk. Comedians have been at risk, to be honest with you. The comedians out here on the road, we still at risk. What's up, Asia? We still at risk. We on the front lines every night, every weekend. It's people going to comedy clubs with pistols.
Facts.
Y'all saw that the video of the dude that was trying to hug Mike Tyson? He had a pistol on him at a comedy show. They don't check people for weapons at comedy clubs. So we be out there at risk.
Marcus Harvey said he has a different angle.
Oh, what's his angle here?
He said it's too much to type. You got an angle. There's no angle.
I'm not defending. I mean, let's say I was a comedian that said G.I. Jane 2 and Will Smith slapped me, right? I would know where the slap came from. I would know. I was like, well, he was tired of you. Y'all remember when Teddy Riley blew up on me? For those of you that don't remember this, I was clowning Teddy Riley's internet connection. This was after Teddy Riley had the first verses with Babyface, and his internet connection just crashed everything, crashed the whole event. Everybody was clowning Teddy Riley about his internet, about him overdoing it for the verses. It was memes with Teddy Riley. It was jokes on jokes on jokes about Teddy Riley. Cut to a later verses. I mentioned Teddy Riley's internet. Teddy Riley blows up on me. He's like, yeah, man, I'm saying, all right, enough, man. We've heard it all. That's why you broke. That's what Teddy Riley lunged at me verbally. And I was the comedian just cracking jokes. And those are light jab. I'm just talking about your internet connection. I'm not even going personal. But he lunged at me. And I got it. I got why he did it. It was a buildup of the jokes. He was tired of the jokes. So he fired off at me. Yeah, I'm serious. Afion, remember?
Do you think you would have been like, you right, you right?
Well, if he put hands on me, I don't know. That's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Because, it's a joke about the internet, which is lighter than talking about a black woman's haircut. Yeah. That might have some sort of, it could have a medical issue to it or a symbolic issue to it. A woman's haircut has additional weights that an internet connection does not have. So,
My internet connection is spiritual.
Like it's a whole shitload of luggage that comes with women in their hair. But so I don't know how I would have responded to the slap. She has alopecia. I thought about it. I changed my mind. Change my mind.
Because it's cold. I mean, hot.
It's alopecia. Oh, okay. Wait, it is a haircut though, y'all. Even if she has alopecia, that's still a cut though. It's edged up. Do I think Chris is going to press charges? No, I don't think so. Yeah, that's a cut, Marcus. But the G.I. Jane joke was light. Mm-hmm. Right, women are very sensitive about their hair. Absolutely. So that's what I'm at with it. I don't think it's a racial implication there. And we can't woulda, shoulda, coulda things. Now, if we have an example of a white comedian clowning Will Smith's wife in front of him, then we can compare and contrast. But we don't have that luxury. The joke was super light though. But what's the stunt for? If it is a stunt, what's the purpose of the stunt?
Right.
What's the purpose of the stunt? Oh, you think they did it to boost the Oscars? Chris can't never go back to Brooklyn. Now it's gonna be Brooklyn versus it's gonna be Brooklyn versus Phoenix now. You know what's funny? Y'all know what's funny? This is what it was all about. I have cracked the code. The Brooklyn Nets played the Philadelphia 76ers today.
Who won?
The Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers played today, didn't they? And Philly won. Is that what this is all about? Somebody said rock this Jada in 2016. Tonight was the breaking point. What did he say about her in 2016? That's what this is all about, man. The Brooklyn Nets and the Philadelphia 76ers. He got something to say.
OG, what's
What's up?
happening?
Yo, you came in quick as hell. I had just hit the button. You were like, yeah. So,
I didn't even know. I didn't even know I touched the button. I was like, dang, that's quick. You know what I'm
you
saying?
came in super quick.
I was ready. I was
So,
ready. Hey man, I feel like this whole
so you think
situation.
it was a stunt?
Yeah, for the sheer fact that they were the ones who would push the Oscar so white situation some years back, and the way that he slapped him, I just don't feel like a brother would do that in the most like elegant time of his career when he's about to win the Oscar. That's just me. Me personally, I don't feel like he would push that. He would want to taint him knowing that he's about to get Best Actor with him slapping one of his brothers off some stuff that he talked about his wife, which was a very light joke, because that's a light ass joke for us. You know what I'm saying? Like the comedians with comedic type of timing, that's very light. And if that was true, my secondary thing is like that's just that's more so aggression of the embarrassment that he's been facing for the last last few years off of this situation that was just like unfortunately targeted on another brother. And that's just what I just don't like. That's just what my feeling is.
So, okay, so they did spearhead the Oscar so white.
Yeah.
But what's the point of this stunt though?
Hey, bro, I'm just saying like Hollywood stuff be Hollywood. And that's just me just watching from a distance. Like, even with the openness of what's happening in their relationship, though that's none of our business as a married man, I don't care about none of that stuff, bro. I have no concern about how a group of dope people come together to make a family. You know what I'm saying? So I just don't feel like it just doesn't feel as natural as it would. Like if I slapped the dude on stage, he gonna really feel that I slapped him. And that's Chris Rock. Chris Rock ain't gonna just play that off like I just got slapped. Like that's just a hard ass slap. So that's just where my mindset was at when I came to see it. And I watched it a couple times. I didn't watch it live, but I saw that aspect of it.
Did you see the slow motion slap?
Nah, I just see was a slow motion slap a cramp?
There's a slow motion slap that I saw. I can send it to you. That
Okay.
you can actually see the slap connect to the cheeks. So it was like, so it actually connected to Chris.
Okay.
And it was still just like he came in full open hand, pat. His other arm went up as if to block, but so there was real connection there. But I don't see the stunt doesn't make sense to me.
Of course, but not to be totally honest, OG. None of the stuff that they've been doing in the last year or two has made sense to us as natural people. Like just me and you, how we all work with our relationships on the private. You know what I'm saying? They're very vocal with their stuff. They're very open with their stuff. So like, I really don't apply regular logic as far as when it comes to relationships, as far as how we hide them or like keep our stuff guarded as they do. I just don't feel like of all the people that he would respond to slap, that would be Chris Rock on the night of the Oscars. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like that just feels like a headline type of situation. Like, cause one, Will Smith is Will Smith. Like, he's laughed everything off. He's laughed every comedian off. He's laughed even Chris Rock. He's laughed all these folks off. So I just don't feel like it's one of those things where it's like, I hear you on the breaking point, but even as a black man, as you know, as a black man, we automatically are always on guard when we are in high profile situations. Mm-hmm. And I just don't know I just know as smart as Will is and as smart as Chris is, I don't feel like they would like pull either one of their stars down as far as like stooping down to an actual ratchet level, if we talking about it, to really me to express I ain't having that shit no more. Nobody talking to my wife like that. Like that's just not the way that I've seen Will over the last years of him, like me being raised on his humor, on his all the things that he does. I've just never seen that type of character within him. Even listen to his book, just the way that he responds to certain things. He talks like a psychiatrist, like you said before. He doesn't sound like somebody who's ungathered to the point to where you go through all those paparazzi pictures prior to the Oscars. You sit down, you shake. You have Lupita. Lupita's behind you. She just got done saving doggone Black Panther. Come on, man, it's Lupita. I can't do Lupita right here, baby. I can't make Lupita mad at me.
And Lupita was right there.
She said,
Lupita was like, yo. But here's everything that you're saying makes me understand his blow up even more.
Yeah.
Okay.
The fact that Will Smith has been this perfect and this composed through all of this bullshit makes him blowing up. To me, that makes him a more believable person now that he has at least something to respond to. Like, to lose control, it's like, okay, he's a human being now. Like, for him to be blowing off everything that he's blown off without losing his cool all these years has been amazing. I'm like, yo, how does he do this? But now it's like that moment where, and it's always gonna be like when you're holding stuff in for years, it could be the slightest little incident that'll blow your top off. That doesn't really have anything to do with the moment right there, but it's just a buildup of everything you've been holding in. And somebody could just walk past you and say, man, fuck the weather. And you just snap.
I like 70-degree weather, motherfucker.
You snap. And it doesn't really have anything to do with that person that said it right there, but it's a buildup of everything that you've been dealing with internally. And then boom, G.I. Jane, two. And he was like, I'm sick of this shit.
Why did it echo in his head?
Why did it echo in his head? Everything that he's been dealing with. Will Smith is corny. Will Smith is a simp. He's insecure about Tupac. He be getting cheated on. His family. Look how his family acts. Yeah. Look at his wife. How can he be married to her? All of this is built up, and then he just like, G.I. Jane 2, and that unlocked all of that. And then he was just like, pop. Got it all.
Kirkpatrick. Hit him with the Kirkpatrick. And that was a cram Kirkpatrick type situation. Now, you know what I will say to that? For the sheer fact that I'll give you this on that point too. Like, when you know as a brother, like, yo, this is the biggest night of my life, and somebody clowning me and my wife, I can also see that would be definitely like a breaking point in that situation. I just feel like, man, I don't know why. I just feel like this is Will Smith, man. Me and you was raised with the dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, it just feel like it feel like seeing your daddy slap your uncle in the face for saying something about your auntie.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't. Come on, man. We had the family reunion. We had the cookout. I didn't need to see that. You know what I'm saying? And it just felt like that. It just felt like it was a bad look. And I just know how Will has always been like, yo, I'm gonna make sure that I'm the standard of Black excellence in every way, every sense. And I just be like, damn, man, for him to like lose that joint right then.
But that could be also part of it too. This is the night. This is the night that my wife was riding for me 4 years back with concussion, spearheaded this whole thing about the Oscars. Now Will Smith is the favorite to win the Best Actor award. He's the favorite. So this could be the night. We've been working hard for this. You know, Will Smith takes his career very seriously. So this is the moment. So he doesn't want this moment fucked up by a corny ass joke about his wife's hair. So within that perfect set of like, yo, everything has been leading up to this. This is finally the award that I've been looking for so long. And then boom, another joke about my wife while I'm standing here and I'm supposed to laugh it off again because they just went through some shit on the red carpet with old girl from Orange is the New Black. Mm-hmm. So it's like, man, we're not going to do this again here on this stage. I'm tired of it. And then, boom, what was you going to say?
I was going to say, first of all, what's up, Mark? Doing?
What's up, Sabrina? What's up,
What's goody? The whole like him talking like a therapist. We need to understand that comes from years of healing. So he must have healed from something. He must have hit a breaking point where he could have had just insane anger issues where he was slapping everybody in Philly. We don't know what he was doing. To the point that he was like, all right, I might need to heal and I need to address whatever's going on inside me. And that's when he became the Will that you're talking about, that he's like, oh, you always talk like a therapist, but we don't know what he's healing from.
Yeah.
And healing isn't ever done. That work is never done. And there's always a possible crack in your healing process. And if that crack, a little bit of light comes through that, somebody's going to get slapped.
G.I. Jane too. Oh.
Come back with a black eye.
Shots fired.
So
man,
I feel like
that should have been marked for death. You should have said marked for death if he's gonna use that joke.
You say what?
You should have used marked for death. You remember marked for death?
Yeah. Years ago.
You said you come want me. You really want
the
dread mine. But I feel you. I feel that though.
I feel like he healed. He's healing.
Mm-hmm.
And there's more healing for him. Yo, honestly, I get it. And I feel
it. I feel it too. Like real talk, like, you know, as a man who married, man, like, bro, anybody who say anything about Christina, they getting a 1-2 piece like snack dinner. They getting a snack dinner. You know, with the pepper and the biscuit. You feel what I'm saying? So I totally understand. I just feel like, man, like, I just want healing, bro. Like, I'm glad. Congratulations, first off, to Will. But just like, damn, man, like, I would have rather talked about him winning the Oscar versus him slapping Chris Rock right now.
And this is why I don't think it was a stunt, because this is the big night. He's the favorite to win. Why would he feel the need to have to do a stunt? What would that gain him?
Let me ask you this quick question. How many minutes is Chris Rock gonna do on him getting slapped by Will Smith on his next special?
Chris Rock got to give us at least 25 minutes.
25 minutes on how it felt, how when I said the joke, straight up spicy. He got a 2-piece spicy with a pepper.
He got to give us 25 minutes on the joint. So that's why I don't think it was a stunt, because
his father used to hit his mother, and his biggest regret is not standing up for his mother.
Oh,
so
that's real. That's real. I forgot about that.
That's a very important key.
That's super important.
His father, he never stood up for his mom, so he gonna be damned if he's not gonna stand up for his wife. That's
especially when she's in the world public. Yep.
That's an origin
Shouts out
story
to
right
Brian
there.
Rico Lee. That's you know what's funny? Because I was literally listening. Me and Tina were just listening to the actual his the book, and he was talking about that, and I was like, real talk, like, dang, Sabrina, that's a really good point. Like, he was really like harping. With that being your first portion of your book, that's like the most lasting like identity of who you are as a man, I feel like, and that's pretty much, damn, that could be it. I ain't gonna front. That could be it.
Yeah, that could have been a trigger right there.
That could have
G.I.
been the
Jane
trigger.
two. He thinking about Jada and his
Keep
mom.
going.
And he's thinking about everything, all the people he couldn't smack
Yeah.
on the internet. Think about all the Twitter. He wants to smack everybody on the internet. And
Right.
he's like, you know what? Fuck it. He looked at Chris.
That had something to say.
Yeah.
He was
But
on the
what I will
receiving
say
end.
about this, but what I will say about that slap, it was a Will Smith slap because it was very loving and kind, but very aggressive at the same time. So it felt like a Will Smith slap.
Because Will Smith is a perfectionist. So the technique,
Yeah.
the form on the slap was perfect. Like I'm gonna send you the slow motion slap when we hang up. But once you see the full technique in slow mo, it was textbook.
Mm-hmm.
It was a
Was it open
textbook
hand
slap.
or was it closed hand?
It was open handed.
About that?
He came in.
Oh, okay.
Follow through.
So wait, he cuffed.
The other hand goes up in the defense to block. It was just a smooth. It was textbook, dog.
It was a slap box slap.
It was crisp.
It was a Canelo slap box slap.
Yes.
Canelo slapped the last person in the interview he did.
Crisp.
That
Canelo gave him the crispest of slaps.
like a new $1 bill.
It was like opening a cold can of Coke 45 fresh out the cooler.
I'm Billy D. Williams, and this is Coke 45.
Man,
That was a Coke 45 slap. That was
Coke 45, a cold one though.
hold it, bro. I love you, man. Sabrina, I love you,
bro.
sis.
Love you too.
All right.
All right, bro.
Peace.
Yep. All right, y'all. I'm out of here again. I just wanted to get that off my little bird nipples real quick. I don't think it was a race thing. I think it was a build-up.